This is an opportune time to speak about how far we have come as a country since 2011, from a time where we had completely relinquished control of our nation's finances to today, where we have regained control of our destiny. And it's no coincidence that over the last 7 years, we've been fortunate to be served by two Ministers for Finance with the talent and indeed the wisdom necessary to make the right decisions on all of our behalves. So let's reflect for a moment on that tumultuous time in our nation's history. In 2011, our unemployment rate was just under 15%. We had a third of a million people out of work. Our national borrowings were increasing by €7 million every day, and our government debt was rated just one notch above junk. Ireland's reputation as a safe place to invest, to conduct business, was on the floor, and 900 of our people were leaving our shores every single week. Fast forward just 7 years to 2018, and even the most cynical observer would have to acknowledge that the Ireland of today is a vastly different place. Our unemployment rate is now at 5.4%, its lowest level in the last decade, and we continue to create almost 1,000 jobs every week, with renewed international confidence in Ireland as a place to invest in. And thankfully, we have 500 of our emigrants returning to Ireland every single week. And as we focus today on the deeply responsible approach taken by Ministers Noonan and Donoghue in managing our nation's finances, it's important to reflect on what our hard-earned additional resources can actually enable us to do. As Minister for International Development, I strongly welcome the commitment in the budget to increasing Ireland's investment in our overseas development programme by €110 million next year, and that is the largest such increase in over a decade. And that commitment is a reflection of our government's determination to walk the walk in relation to our commitment to the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development, and also our commitment to reach the UN target for development assistance of 0.7% of GNI by 2030. It's also a statement of intent, consistent with the ambition outlined in Global Ireland, about our place in the world and our responsibility to make a positive contribution to global affairs beyond this island. This ambition is a reflection also, I believe, of who we are as a people. It's also profoundly in our national interests, and as a small country, an effective multilateral system is essential to our well-being, and playing our part in a genuinely global effort to resolve challenges that simply don't recognise borders anymore is where we need to focus. And the values at the heart of Ireland's development policy are deeply rooted in our own country's history of famine and migration, and our determination to respond in a spirit of solidarity and respect to others' poverty. That draws on the historical, the political and the social experience of our people, and how we ourselves understand the challenges of poverty, of conflict, of injustice and migration. And our history also inspires us to support other countries in empowering their young people through education. And our aim in Irish Aid is to reach the most vulnerable and neglected through education and positively affect their lives. And in so doing, and enabling everyone to maximise their potential, we all benefit. It is through education that human genius is unlocked and that people are enabled to live longer and more productive lives. And every one of us in this room know that that has been the experience of the Ireland of our lifetime. It's only 50 years since free secondary education was introduced through the visionary work and the determination of Donogh O'Malley. And in that time, we have changed from a nation which exported its young people uninformed and ill-prepared to a country which is now one of the highest levels of third-level education in Europe, a country which has a highly skilled and adaptable workforce, a country that is able to afford our citizens a standard of living that our grandparents would never even have dreamed of. An inclusive education, access to education, was the key to that transformation. And inspired by our own experience of the transformational power of education, we recently doubled our contribution to the Global Partnership for Education, contributing €25 million between now and 2020. And we're working with the Partnership for Education to ensure that 264 million children who are left out of school are not left behind, and with a particular focus on girls who are disproportionately neglected in that regard. But let us be clear, investing in development cooperation is not just an exercise in altruism, it's also an investment in our global neighbourhood. It's about our safety, our well-being, it's about containing disease, it's about helping to respond to conflict and displacement, responding to natural disaster, it's about exporting support for a rules-based international order. It's about helping our friends to turn their demographic challenges into opportunities, into dividends, into building their economies, and in turn creating opportunities in which we will most definitely share in the future. Yesterday, Minister Paschal Donoghue made that deeply symbolic commitment of additional funds to our overseas development programme. And that commitment sets us on a definite path to success in terms of building on the trusted global partnerships we have nurtured for decades and in forging new ones for the future. It was a good day for Ireland.